Hello students. Now before I start the class, I would like to ask a question to you. What generally people would like to take in their breakfast, lunch or a dinner? I know your answer is mostly the people would like to take bread butter, jam or the milk cornflakes, the chapati with vegetables, the poha, utpam, Maggi, many more items are there. Then in the lunch, mostly in Indian culture, the people would like to eat the rice, chapati, pulses, vegetables, salad, curd, etc. there. And in the dinner, mostly in our North culture, people would like to eat chapati with vegetable and sometimes some other variety of foods. So you know very well that your mother is going to prepare these food and sometimes you just order from the market. But have you ever thought that from where do the raw materials that are required to prepare it, we get it? Let's take a simple example of a breakfast. In breakfast, if you would like to eat or have bread with butter, then along with tea and egg. Suppose this is a diet to have in the breakfast. Now what are the sources? From where do we get the bread? We get the bread is prepared with the flour. And from where do we get the flour? It is prepared from the wheat. Next, the butter. We get the butter. Butter is a dairy product. It is a dairy product. And from where do we get? We get it from animals. Animals which include the cow, buffalo, etc. Then tea. Which ingredients are there to prepare tea? It is first the tea leaf, then sugar, then water and milk. Along with that, it depends on the taste of the people what they like to add, means including the different additional things, ginger or the tulsi leaves or the some of the spices like clove, cardamom, etc. So they are the extra things, additional things. And then egg we get from the, again we get it from the animals, which include the, we get it from the hen. So what are the, from where do we get the wheat? We get the wheat from by growing the crops. Here again the dairy product by we get by rearing cattle. Then tea leaves. Tea leaves again it is a from the crop. Sugar. Sugar from sugar cane. Water, then leave it, and then milk, again it is a animal product. We get from animals. So animals again with rearing cattle. And here again the hen, egg we get from the hen, and then again it rearing cattle. So what we can see, sugarcane again we get from the crop. So what we come to know, that the food we eat, we get it from the crops, and crops are cultivated on the land, on the field, and the cultivation of crops is known as agriculture. If we talk about in concern with our country, India, agriculture plays a vital role in the economy of the country. Economy in the sense that it increases the per capita income of the people. It is the backbone of the country. Backbone means as the people required, means if the backbone is fit and fine, is healthy, people can play or can walk for long hours. But if the backbone is weak, it is very difficult to play, to move, or to sit, or to stand for hours only. So agriculture is the backbone of our country, India. Nearly 60%, around 60% of the people are based or dependent as their occupation in agriculture. They are dependent on agriculture. Here the agriculture includes farming of crops, then cattle rearing, then pisciculture, beekeeping, mushroom growing, and horticulture. All are included in the agriculture. Farming of crops to grow the crops. Cattle rearing just to keep the cattle and take care of them for the domestic purpose. Pisciculture is the breeding of fish. Beekeeping to keep the fish, to keep the bee to get the honey. Mushroom growing to grow the mushroom. And then horticulture is just to prep nurseries there where the plants of the flowers, fruits, vegetables are prepared. All are included in the agriculture. Now here again a question arises that what here the crops we get or the food we eat we get from the crops. Do you think that all the crops that we eat we directly use it? I mean to say that the crops which are grown in the field is only for the human consumption? Not at all. Some of the foods are there, some of the crops are there which are just grown for the purpose of human consumption. Whereas some of the crops are there which we do not consume. Still we grow them but we do not consume. So it doesn't mean that all the crops that are grown are just for the purpose of to feed the human population. So on the basis of that, the crops are categorized in three parts. First one, the food crops. Second, the cash crops. And the third one is the plantation crops. So as much the part of the chapter we have completed, you got already the hint about the food crop and the cash crop. So first we will study about the food crop. Now, food crops are the crops that are grown for the human consumption or to feed the human population. The crops that are grown to feed the human population are called as the food crops. To feed the human population or for the consumption of human beings is called as food crop. Such as, for example, rice, wheat, maize, barley, corn, spices, vegetables, fruits, pulses, etc. are there. These are called the food crops. These are the food crops. Then total out of the land which is used for the cultivation or for the agriculture purpose, 3/4 is covered by the food crop. Suppose the total agricultural land which is ready or the agricultural land available, the 3/4 of it out of the total agricultural land available, 3/4 is utilized for the food crops. And the total value, the food crop supports half of the total value of agricultural production. The total amount which received from the agriculture, half is supported by the food crop. Next, the food crops are grown all over the country, but it depends on the favorable factors such as the temperature, rainfall, humidity, then the soil. These are some of the geographical factors which we cannot make available anywhere. It depends upon these geographical conditions where it is favorable, the crop is grown, as different crops required different climatic condition to grow. For this in detail we will discuss later. Then importance of crops grows with the growth of the population. More the population is there, more requirement of food crop. Less the population is there, less requirement of the food crop. So importance depends upon the growth of population. And another thing is that intensive method is used. Intensive method is used to grow the crops. As the more the population is there of India, so on small piece of land, large number of laborers and large amount of investment should be there to grow a high productivity. So these are some of the features of the food crop. Rest about the cash crop and the plantation we will discuss in next class. Thank you.